this video, I'm going to show you some steps to inserting images in Google Slides on the iPad. Up until this point, Google's iPad apps have not allowed you to add images into either slides or documents. So this is a little bit of a hack that I learned from this website, iPad Diction, but I've modified the steps a little bit to hopefully save some time. So the first thing that you need to do is open up Microsoft PowerPoint and create a blank template. So I'm just going to go over here to File and Save As, and then just something like Insert Image Template or whatever you want to name it, and then save that. Your next step is to go to your Google Drive and upload the PowerPoint, but you need to come over to your settings first and check in the settings of your Google Drive to make sure that the Convert Uploads is unchecked during this step. And then my recommendation is to go back and recheck it after you're done with this, so that when you upload the presentation, it won't be converted and it will stay as a PowerPoint file. That's really important when you're doing this, that it doesn't get converted to Google Slides, because then it won't let you insert an image on an iPad. So you can see here it's got the PowerPoint symbol instead of the Google Slides symbol. So now I could even go back to my settings and change back the convert because I'm done with those steps. And then I even go a step further. I have a folder here called Teacher Templates, and I like to just kind of organize by putting those into that folder for future reference when I'm in Google Classroom looking for things. Now you're ready to create the assignment in Google Classroom. So I'm going to go over and click on the Assignment tab and then give it a name. You can pick your date, etc. This part's important. When you go and find your file in Google Drive, you want to make sure that you don't do what you might have done in the past with an assignment, which is give every student an individual copy. I wish that step worked here, but it doesn't. So make sure that when you add the presentation, that you leave it on Students Can View File. Don't convert it to make a copy in this case. So now we're ready to assign it to students, and then I will show you how this looks on a student iPad account. So I'll refresh the screen and the assignment should show up momentarily. When the student clicks into the assignment, they'll see an attachment and they'll see the .pptx extension on that. They need to open it up and it'll immediately go into Google Slides. Now this presentation is almost ready to go. Even though you could start editing this slide, it isn't actually going to save into the student's Google Drive until we do a couple other steps. So it's very important that you have students go at this stage up to the three dots, which is the settings for that slide presentation, and click on the Share and Export, and then click on Make a Copy. They have to be using a working copy in order to actually have it save in their Google Drive. So this is a really important step. Once that copy is complete, you'll see that the title is now copy of whatever you named the original file, and that when they go into the settings this time, they can click on the Details tab, and there will be an editing pencil next to the name of the assignment, and you're going to want to have students rename it at this point. If they don't do the copy step, the pencil will be gone. They won't have that option. That's the way to kind of let them know that they need to do that other step. So I'm going to click on the pencil icon, and I'm going to delete the original title and then put in a new title, and then of course you might want to have the students put in their name. Once they're done editing that information, it will put the PowerPoint extension back onto it. So just let students know that that's okay. They don't need to try to change that. Now that the assignment is properly named, they will be able to go into the slides, and by clicking on the plus sign, there will be the additional options of adding an image from storage or the photo and camera option. So I'm just going to go ahead and quickly insert an image here that I have saved. They can move and scale the image and then click the Use button, which will bring it into the presentation. It can be moved around and it can be resized and also tapped on to delete it if they don't want to keep it. At this point, it's very important for the students to go back after they've made the copy and renamed the assignment back into Google Classroom to make it accessible to the teacher. So the student is going to need to click on the Your Work tab and then come down to the place where it says Attachments and click on Add or Create Attachments and select from Google Drive. So here is the one that I called Title and Name, and that will add it to the Google Drive Classroom folder for the teacher to access, view, provide feedback, etc. At this point, the student's ready to just continue working on the assignment, adding their images and so forth, and then of course they can turn it in at the end. So those are the steps for hacking Google Slides on the iPad so that you can insert an image.